the hump in Starkville. It's a battle of Bulldogs, both of whom need a victory tonight. The Georgia Bulldogs coming in at 4-5 in conference play, taking on Mississippi State at 3-6. Bulldogs of Georgia in red, Mississippi State in gray, and we are underway from the hump, which opens its doors in 1975. This is one of the closest matchups in the all-time series, 59-58. Georgia with the basketball first. There's some changes in the starting lineup for the Bulldogs, including their leading scorer out, and Justice Hill getting his first Georgia lineup. Again, no Abdur-Rahim, no Melendez. Sunahara getting his 11th start of the year. Justin Hill with start number 1. Hubbard on a rise and fire from the baseline, and he'll draw a foul. Wins mark that could really pay off big. Recruiting class this year, and trying to get Georgia.
The double, man, you got to get low.
Mark, what's the biggest thing you want to see Georgia improve on to pick up a win here tonight?
Well, they've got to put together some paint defense. I thought South Carolina basically had their way.
Oh, three right near the buzzer.
Mississippi State does a lot of switching away from Tolu.
Sheila just lost the basketball, got bottled up, and coughed it up. Alley-oop pass to Tolu Smith with his first basket.
Yeah, that's a great find by Moore.
And at times, it's a pretty small team in terms of girth that Georgia has on the floor. That'll be the case with Chiwa out. And Mississippi State in extra minutes with the loss of Jeffries and Fort tonight. Inside, quick hands that time by Deshaun Davis. Numbers for the Mississippi State Bulldogs, leads to a two-hand slam for Abdur-Rahim. Strong take to Melendez. Back out Abdur-Rahim. Oh,
that's
left
trouble.
alone.
That's trouble.
There's a three. Moore lost him. More upset with himself, and he should be, because Abdur-Rahim at 39% from downtown going to make you pay.
How can two guys run off the best three-point shooter from the other team?
A fair question. Three on the other end, and how I would think would have to be the favorite for SEC Coach of the Year right
He's
now.
got to be in the running for National Coach of the Year. Now Smith gets it at a different place at the free throw line.
Three ball from the wing, and Mississippi State has become the three-point team. That's Shaquille Moore draining the triple. Blind pass, work it around. Kane passed up the three, instead throws up the runner, and a nice...
Last possession, the ball went into Tolu, and he was able to find the teammate. But they had a little bit better success getting him a touch in the free throw line area.
And a foul.
For Chris Jans' team, who can find offensive quicksand sometimes, right?
Yeah.
We get to the line a lot, but we don't make a lot.
Little weave action up top and into the hands of the freshman sensation, Hubbard. Hubbard gets it back, never bashful. Hubbard fouled, and he'll shoot 3 free throws. Look, we love you, but we don't need that. By the same token,
in the country for freshman scoring, when you got it,
he does.
Only when I'm watching you shoot at shoot-arounds in the afternoon.
They've gotten good looks, but they've missed 14 of 17 from the field. Chiwa from the elbow.
Just wide open look.
Demery draws the foul. Great pump fake that time, and points in the paint. Almost a certainty that Silas Demery. Mike White calls him a soldier. Demery using some of that size to rip down the rebound.
Love big guards who go to the glass.
It's a kind way of saying you don't like small guards. It's personal with you. Chiwa somehow with some nifty footwork got it in.
Got back over his right shoulder, almost made a Tolu Smith move on Tolu.
Chiwa had a rough day at the office against South Carolina, against Josh Gray in particular. Need him to play big in this game. Short jumper is good off a spin move by...
Backwards as he was shooting that.
Here's Demery. Tight ropes the baseline, tried to find Chiwa, but threw it too low. State with numbers, easy bucket on the other end. It's Moore. It's Thomason.
And Mike White is pleading for guys to move.
Thomason trying to find space. Fade away three. Maybe Thomason just needs the more difficult shots. That's his second three.
He's at Niagara.
Averaged nearly 20 points a game at Niagara. Kane on a run out. Kane missed the layup, but that's going to be a goaltend as Cameron Matthews slapped the backboard. There's Tolu Smith just outside the lane.
The double was late getting there, but it eventually came.
Baseline drive, missed it. Second effort, Tolu Smith. And that this year.
In confidence. And it's really hard to find a repetition with him. How about Matthews working the glass?
Slithering in Matthews, and then guess who? Tolu Smith cleaning the glass again. And another 1 out of 2 for Tolu. Georgia sitting on 16 points with nearly 4 minutes left to go. Wide open three. That's a make. And that is a much needed. Things equal. Georgia very fortunate to only be down 5. Reach in foul there. That'll be the 8th team foul. So a 1-and-1 when we come back. Free throw. It was up and down to 26%. And the man who had range 3 on the way. Are you okay with that look from Thomason?
Not bad. He's made a couple already. Why not get in a little heat check?
Hubbard, speaking of heat check, here comes a 3 from the freshman. Seven on the shot clock. Kane from downtown, and
as it came out of the framework of the offense.
More up top. Rise and fire. Oh! Where is that? Gets the pump fake, flips it up there off the mark, and a rare offensive rebound for Georgia. Abdur-Rahim shake and bake. They whip it out. Here's Demery. Good kick out pass. Thomason, open 3. Great ball movement by Georgia. Back. Well, I thought Kane had a 3-on-1 there to take advantage of.
That was great sudden change defense by Mississippi State.
Under a minute to play. Thomason, heat check 3 from the wing. And a timeout in the final 25 seconds.
1-3-1, back on.
Here's Davis. Spots up for 3. Tolu Smith just beat Chiwa to the spot and gets the tip in.
No block out responsibilities. That's an easy one for Tolu.
The lead back to 10. 3 seconds to play. Strong take. No follow-up. A foul called before the follow-up. So nuts out there. He's been unreal. Former number 1.
Defenders in backcourt. That's what I do. Give Tolu a shot.
And Tolu can't reel it in. That's how the half will come to a close. Good half of basketball, particularly for Mississippi State. Bulldogs leading it, and then he plows over Hubbard, no whistle.
Kind of accidental contact.
Matthews, power move inside, dumps it down low to Tolu Smith. When in doubt, feed number 1 in gray.
Yeah, if Mississippi State gets Tolu Smith going, watch out.
Tolu now 8 points and 7 rebounds tonight. The lead back to 10. Demery finds a cutter, and drawing the foul airborne is R.J.
Not good hands. He catches some tough passes.
Shocking. I thought that was a misprint when I first read it. I mean, he averages 10.5 depth, Georgia does, but everybody being connected at times has been a bit of an issue. Great job defensively. Georgia off and running with numbers. 4 on 3. Thomason passed up the 3. Hill on the drive and floater. Yes. Down is Sunohara.
And Mississippi State a little loose with their possessions here in the early going.
Thomason to Sunohara on the baseline. And they find Chiwa, who is mauled down low. Teams at Texas Tech and University of South.
Has played in 137.
In the COVID era, it's a shocker. Two defenders and lost it.
Yeah, I don't think you want Chiwa creating 20 feet from the basket off the bounce.
Mike White immediately signals, get in there. Chiwa will be out at the next whistle. Little 15-foot leaner, no, and no box out.
Not a lot of movement.
Nobody's open. Chiwa says, all right, I'll just do it myself.
My goodness.
Muscles his way in and takes it right on Tolu.
Got himself in the scoring zone off the bounce. Pretty impressive. I think you got to shoot the three.
I completely agree. Instead, they get that easy bucket and an and one for.
Oh, here's Georgia, a little 2-3 maybe.
Do you like the move?
Oh, absolutely. I love mixing things up defensively. And why not against the Mississippi State team? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Back to 9 after Georgia cut it to 4. Shot clock at 7. Thomason. Desperation.
Yes, sir.
Heave, no. Another shot. That one almost dropped as well. Georgia can cut it to 3. And that's going to be a foul on Mississippi State's Sean Jones. A violent collision up top on the collision. Watch these two.
Yeah, it's the contact there above the neck.
Above the neck.
I believe that's excessive. Georgia been the ultimate hang-around team in this game.
No question. One thing you could say about Mike White's team this year, as the second free throw crawls in.
Even Alabama, as great as they are very streaky in terms of how they can get on runs.
Mississippi State off and running after a Georgia turnover.
Yeah, that lob just wasn't there. That was well read by the defense.
3 from the corner, nothing but net. Key plays and key situations late in games.
That looked like the shot that Hill took to beat Florida State in that big comeback.
He thought about it and hits it. Keyshawn Murphy having a career night.
He's made 2 from deep. He had made 1 all year, and how about that?
That's Georgia ball. If a guy is struggling a little bit, you try to shoot your way out of it. They're going to do what they do best. Mississippi State doesn't do that very well ordinarily, but
leads to the Moore 3. That was almost over and back.
Almost over and back. Awfully close. Smith.
Watch out.
A blow by and a slam.
Smith loves the baseline move. And in the one time the double doesn't come, he takes advantage with the two-handed flush. But that was simple, great execution by both Smith and Moore.
Blue Kane. He's due. And he finally rattles one in.
Yeah, it looked like Moore tried to take the charge. No call.
And that'll help. A steal. Great defense that time by the freshman James.
Well, James has had a couple of good moments on both ends of the floor. Watch
Thomason,
out.
that's his move. The step back right between the eyes of Hubbard. And Georgia's up. Hubbard just has to let it fly. And a long rebound hauled in by Hill.
Too many bodies in a short amount of space.
Hill bumps bodies midair and still muscles it home.
We struggled with earlier.
They go inside and they get the bucket by Blue Kane. Smith, a little loose on the handle, finds Hubbard. They work it around, an open 3 from the corner, and a big shot right there to stop the bleed.
It wasn't close. Great shooters have great amnesia.
Kane lost it. State quickly in transition, another 3. Hubbard from downtown.
Closeout by James to discourage the Hubbard 3.
He doesn't get discouraged by many. Shot clock at 5 for Tolu. Beautiful take right on Chiwa.
That's the expansion of his game, I think, in his last season. His ability to catch the ball out of a scoring zone and get himself back into a scoring zone.
Thomason, teardrop, yes. Demery surveys, waiting on a ball screen from Chiwa.
This is taking way too long.
Yeah, it's already down to 6 on the timer. And Demery lost it, got it back, and then got hammered.
Looked at the last play. The foul is on Jones, not Matthews. Score.
2 for 2, 7. The freshman James, Dylan James, who's played well also in the game, number 13 in red. He's guarding Matthews. They whip it into front court. Numbers for State. Great feed to Tolu Smith, who back to a 9-point game. Hill, drive and kick. Melendez got it. Mississippi State, another possession.
I think you got to find Hubbard.
14 and 10 for Tolu, and a foul drawn by Jones.
Remember, you know, it hasn't been attention getting.
Well, to be more aggressive.
How about the team dead last in free throw shooting in league play? 60%, now over 80%.
Hill on a runner, rims off. And now under 2 minutes to go, 8-point game. The clock, the ally of Mississippi State.
I think Georgia should utilize a foul here now. That would be their 6th.
Now you almost have to play it out. 20 seconds have been burned. Inside, Smith fouled and an and 1. Tolu Smith.
Matthews to Smith.
And Smith hitting free throws. That's his 3rd make in 5 attempts.
I'm crediting us with better free throw shooting for Mississippi State tonight.
I'll gladly take it. I don't know if we'll get anything out of that deal. Melendez, a knuckleball from the corner. Tolu has 11 of Mississippi State's 17 points.
By pretty or not.
No, a rock fight is still a win, but this game played tonight as well.
Remember, in a couple of minutes ago, he gave them multiple possessions by himself.
Georgia needs a lot of threes and not a lot of time.
How about this Mississippi State in a half-court trap just to mix it up?
Abdur-Rahim's been quiet, and he will stay that way.
Georgia's just played from behind, Mike, the whole game.
Well, they led this game for 1 minute and 7 seconds, and every time they made a run, Mississippi State had a counterpunch. Bulldogs of Hail State poised to improve to 15-8 overall as Tolu rips down the rim on the alley-oop, an emphatic way to close this one out.
You wanted pretty. Mississippi State delivers.
Hey, 75 points. Abdur-Rahim, that's a hoop and harm and a
jam. And as we talked about, they had to win points in the paint. They've done that with plus 14.
Tolu Smith grabs his 12th rebound to go along with 19 points. And Mississippi State has themselves a hard-fought home court win. Final score 75-62. Tolu Smith, 19 points.